Now does it work? Okay, sorry, the microphone wasn't working. Welcome back to the latest severe weather coverage. Now we are going to be talking about a major snowstorm that's going to be impacting portions like Atlanta, Asheville, Charlotte, Columbia, but also on the East Coast down in Jacksonville and Wellington. So out there right now, light to moderate to heavy snowfall falling across places like Atlanta, Asheville, Johnson City, Knoxville. Let's just take some of these cameras. So this one's over in Knoxville. Doesn't look like it's a video, but as you can see, some accumulations on the ground there. Back near Johnson City. That's just a camera. That's not a camera. Sorry. Back over in Charlotte, North Carolina. Light snow over there. Back down sort of near northeast of Atlanta, the Chick-fil-A. That's like light snow, but quite big snow particles actually. I'll keep that one in the top left of your screen. But yeah, and this is the sort of system that's going to be bringing a foot of snow to regions like Charlotte, Asheville, Columbia, but also along the immediate east coast line, so Jacksonville, Wellington. We'll get to totals in a little bit. We do also have a snow band up in North Dakota, just west of Bismarck, north of Rapid City, bringing some freezing rain to there. We've already checked that camera. Let's go to this camera. It doesn't look to be snowing in Oakwood, Tennessee at the moment. Back in Atlanta, I think snow's going to really start ramping up in the next sort of half an hour to an hour. Let's take this one, just north of Gladstone in Boaz, Alabama. Doesn't seem to be snowing there at the moment. But yeah, we do have, so all of these pink warnings you see are winter storm warnings. So anywhere back from Pikeville, Atlanta, Macon, Wellington, Jacksonville, Virginia Beach, Richmond, all going to be included in this watch. Let me double check whether there's any mesoscale discussions, data overlays, mesoscale discussions. Isn't one right now, but I think as we go throughout the day and the snow really starts to pick up, there probably will be a mesoscale discussion issued. Now, so we're talking about places like Augusta, Greenwood, that's a really bad circle, Greenville, Greenwood, especially Columbia, and sort of in around Columbia, that sort of region. There we could see up to about 13 inches of snowfall. Snowing back near Greenville right now, but the heaviest snow right now is from Statesville, Morganton, Greenville, and just south of Asheville. Look at this camera at the Rayburn County High School. I think that may be rain that, or yeah, that might be rain. I'm not too sure though. We also do have cold weather advisories from like Boston all the way down into like Oklahoma City for the Arctic blast that's going to be impacting a lot of regions. We also do have these blue ones down there like Florida for extreme cold warnings. They went from New Orleans back up into Richmond and down into Florida. But we will have a look at the model now. The HRRR, has that got an update? Yeah. Okay, and so right now we can see that area of snow just just north of Atlanta, back up near places like Pikeville. If we move this through, snow is going to really start to ramp up as we go into the evening hours, and you can see that anywhere from Atlanta, Columbia, heavy to moderate snow. In there, let me take the NAM 3KM. Might take us through a little bit further than the HRRR at the moment. But yeah, just this area of heavy snowfall, 35 to 40 mile an hour wind gust as well. If we move this through, it's going to sort of move southwards as we move through. Snow starts falling in Virginia Beach this afternoon. If I keep on moving this through, continue snow for places like Columbia up until about tomorrow morning. And then as we go, sorry, that's actually Monday morning. As we get into sort of midday on Monday, all sorry, Sunday. As we get into Sunday, most snow will be moving off to the east, and then that's where there might be, as we go into Monday and Tuesday, a risk for snow up in the northeast. But if we're looking at snow accumulations and snow totals, once again we have seen some accumulations over the last couple of hours back near Asheville and south of Pikeville. If we move this through, oh sorry, you can't move this through on this one, but yeah, that's what's out there right now. Places just northwest of Asheville looking to be getting the most right now. 4 to 5 inches probably as we get to the end of this event, probably looking about 7 inches. Back down near Atlanta, 1 or 2 inches. Let me see for the model. This might do a bit better. So accumulation starting this morning. Let's take this through to sort of like the afternoon. So south of Knoxville, Asheville, Johnson City looking around 7 inches at this point, possibly more in this sort of higher elevation zone. And as this sort of moves south, we'll be able to see a lot more snow near Charlotte. Now, the models have kind of changed. I'll just move this through to the end of the event. So, yesterday it was showing places like Columbia, Augusta, Greenwood, looking at around a foot, potentially more than that. But we can see now it's actually moved up north to Charlotte. So that means the snow that we're going to be seeing doesn't go that far south, isn't really get past Savannah, and it will just be light snow in Savannah. So just something to be mindful about. Columbia yesterday could have seen 13 to 14 inches, but right now it's Charlotte that's going to be getting the most impact. And if we look at Charlotte's right now, the football club, one, sorry about that. But yeah, as we can see now, light snow coming down. Okay, sorry about that. Light snow coming down at the moment. Get this back to the MRMS. So this is just going to move ever so slightly down to the north. And then it's going to move to the east as we work our way into tomorrow. Now the worst impacts, or should I say the heaviest snow, once again in that corridor. But that will be mostly for late tonight and early onto Sunday. And then obviously them conditions start to move off as we work our way into a good portion of Sunday. So if we just take a couple of these warnings, so let's go to Charlottesville to look at this warning. So for the next 7 hours, heavy snow, additional snow accumulations between 5 and 8 inches, winds gusting as high as 35 miles an hour. When until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, so that's obviously whenever most impacts are going to start to be calming down throughout the board. Impacts the heavy snow will make many roads and may produce isolated power outages due to the weight of snow on tree limbs and power lines, and then additional detailed snow is expected to rapidly stick to roads. Temperatures down to 20 degrees, so obviously we do have that Arctic blast that's going to be coming. Very cold temperatures down here as well. A very gusty wind today could result in areas of blowing snow, causing very poor visibility. Now, if I do actually quickly look at the power outages, but these are mostly the ones that were from last week's storm, from the freezing rain. What's this one? Last update. But yeah, portions of Nashville, and this sort of corridor here, probably around 60% of people in Oxford, 40% are out, Yazoo County 70%. So yeah, but as we start going into like this evening, we'll probably see a couple power outages, maybe a couple thousand, 10,000 to 20,000 people without power. Yeah. So back if you're over in Knoxville, this is what it's looking like over there. There you go. So you can see there the wind is really starting to pick up. Gusts of 40 miles an hour. Actually looks a bit faster than that. as you can see, is moving the camera. Put in the bottom right hand corner. Wait, no, that'll actually be a bit more of an interesting one. Down northeast of Atlanta. Let's pick this one. Chesapeake Golf neighbourhood. Light to moderate snow. Back up near Clayton. Roban County High School. Light snow. Sorry. Chattanooga. Light snow there. There was one camera that had really interesting start. This one's the Chick-fil-A at 725 Atlanta Highway. Yeah, that was the camera. Move that in the bottom right of your screen. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next sort of couple hours we do see a small winter mesoscale discussion for areas like Charlotte, Columbia, Greenwood, Greensville. Yeah, Greenwood, Augusta, Columbia, Wellington, Jacksonville. Now, if you're back on the East Coast down in Charleston and Jacksonville, snow will begin to ramp up towards late this evening and into early Sunday. Now, if we talk about the cold for a second, let's do that one. Just take that off your screen for a second. The temperature. So right now, places like Minneapolis, going further south, looking like negative degrees across like North Dakota, South Dakota, near Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, Lincoln, up into portions of Canada like Winnipeg. Also this pocket of cold near Columbus, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Fort Wayne, Cleveland. Portions which are getting the winter storm right now, 32 to 20 degrees. If I move this through a bit later, we see the colder air moving more southward, so places like New Orleans could touch below 32 degrees, Oklahoma City 13 degrees. Just all round, cold temperatures. Minneapolis, back into Oklahoma, North Florida, back into New York City, Chicago, as that Arctic blast does come in. Let me have a look. Precipitation type, freezing. So we actually won't see that much freezing rain out of this system. We do have that band that looks like it might have been producing a bit of freezing rain. This probably won't cause that much for Glasgow, Miles City and Tarry. But we do have some freezing rain accumulations that could happen. Maybe a couple people without power, nothing that significant. And if we do go back to the MRMS, we can see the reds. That is going to be our freezing rain. So portions of Dickinson, Manning, Medora, Bison will start to transition from snow into freezing rain. Now, you'd actually have a camera up here. Let's check in with. That's not. But that's interesting because of the temperature 9.9 degrees. As you can see, the temperatures have slowly gone down over the last hour from about 10 to 9 degrees out there right now. Back over in Charlotte, the snow will begin to ramp up over the next couple hours. Light snow out there at the moment. It looks like it's stopped temporarily. Once again, 26. Well, not once again, but 26 degrees out there. That was not what I was expecting it to go to. Once again, portions of Florida feeling very cold. Let's have a look down near Palm Bay. 50 degrees, so still feeling pretty warm. Obviously, on the immediate coastline, it's going to be feeling mild. But as you do move more north and more inland, colder temperatures obviously being a possibility. So yeah, I'm just going to echo once again, we've got this really big sort of band of snow from Washington down to Birmingham, Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, Asheville. The sort of more heavier pockets will be back from Greensville up until Lynchburg, to the southwest of Charlotte and just north of Columbia. Morgantown looking like some heavy snow there as well. It's a bit annoying because all our cameras are located sort of over in the Nashville area, Atlanta. We don't really have any in that sort of heavy band right now. Let's check up in this one. So yeah, we did just check this a couple of minutes ago, so it does look like the snow has begun to ramp up. For the most part over places like that. Sorry, just give me a moment, guys. That's right. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just checking everything was working. Back over east near Crossville. Don't think there would be much snow there. No, it didn't really look like it. Now, another reason why this storm will be impactful is because already many places down here have had widespread power outages from the last week's snowstorm. We had lots of ice accumulations down here, places like Charlotte, where we did see the power temporarily go off. We also had lots of snow, so as you can probably see, sorry about that. But places like let's just take Lexington. Yeah, Lexington. There isn't actually any snow falling right now, but you can see that snow on the ground. So that is because last weekend that snow did fall, and because of the Arctic blast, the temperatures haven't been high enough for that snow to then melt. I'm looking Memphis right now. See what's going over that. Currently 5 o'clock in the morning. Looks like most of the snow's gone from Memphis. Memphis had freezing rain, didn't they, for last week and storm. Once again, portions like Charlotte, Greenwood, Columbia, Augusta start to get heavier snow in the next couple hours. But the more heavy snow looks to be in Morgantown, Rutherfordton, sorry about that, Pickens, Greenville. Let's take this one over to Clayton. This is the high school one, so yeah, that looks to be getting more heavy. The snow over near Rayburn County in Tiger, Georgia. Just northeast of Atlanta, Atlanta Motorsports Park, AMP. Looking actually quite snowy over there, some moderate snow. one button. Put it down there. 31 mph wind gusts. This is actually the windiest place that I've actually seen right now. So as we sort of get more snow moving down into Atlanta as well, Lawrenceville, obviously that wind is gonna, really start to take down the visibility. So yeah, really bad conditions out there at the moment. Just northeast of Atlanta. I think it's that camera that I'm at now. Could be wrong though. Gusts of 30 miles an hour at the moment. Check back in with the Chick-fil-A. See, they do good food, but what? Wow, that's looking really bad out there. Just in the Chick-fil-A in the 725 Atlanta Highway. Look at that. Some moderate to heavy snow there. 50 mph wind gusts. Probably a touch more there. This one. That one down there looks to have heavier snow. There you go. It doesn't have wind gusts, but heavy, moderate snow there as well in Silver City. See what Japer's getting at now. Light snow falling right now. Does the NAM 3KM, does that have wind gusts? No it doesn't. 500 mph wind's not really gonna do us that good, is it? Because obviously that's a long way up. I don't really know what's going on with these single site radars. MRMS still looks like the best thing to use, because so say we went to Greensville, the single one, as you can see north we're seeing heavier snow. If we just go to the single site, it says that there's pockets of snow. I'll take it, that snow. Yeah, I don't really feel like that's accurate. Oh, I know what it is. Let's go down to radar settings. Because I've got too much of a, yeah. Okay. Should we go now? Okay. What do you call that? Let me bring it back up. Not the MRMS. Sorry, the reflectivity gate filter was set too high, so you could only see portions that were getting heavier snow. So that's my bad. Once again, southwest of Charlottesville, not Charlottesville, but Charlotte. Also northwest, back up near Morgantown. That's a weird little pocket of snow. Crystal Falls Golf Course. Not looking like you would want to be playing golf in that. 626, local town there. Challenging conditions for those who brave enough to take on the golf course right now. Once again, back over in Charlotte, Charlotte Football Club. Okay, that snow's temporarily stopped there as well. Wind gusts. Let me see, 10 miles an hour. There was a really interesting camera, might have been like that one here, which obviously had 35 mph wind gusts. That's more calmer, isn't it? Some nice, slow snowfall there, rather than all these windy conditions that you've seen. Sustained 0 mph wind gusts. This is that is interesting. You have literally no wind out there. But if you move, where's that camera? The one that had like the apartments on. How many misclicks am I going to do on this camera? The golf neighbourhood. It was a really windy spot. I don't remember where it was. Just gonna have to try and find it, I guess. I don't know why this reflectivity isn't working. Oh, it is now. So yeah, heavier snow up near Morgan Town right now, just southwest of Greenswood. Up back near Knoxville, what's going on now? Shaking the camera a bit. 11 mile an hour wind, sustained. 12 mile an hour wind gust it looks like. So yeah, Knoxville's actually in a bit of heavier snow right now. Maybe back near Sevierville. Probably getting a bit heavier. So you've not looked at this one. Moderate snow falling at Forsyth County School District. Got a car out there. It's really annoying me that I can't find the camera. So it had 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Also, this is interesting how it doesn't have things like wind gusts. It has the electric field. I don't know what that would be used for, but I don't think it's going to help us in our winter storm coverage. Dawsonville City Hall. Oh yeah, this is the one. Looks a lot more calmer than that one that we did just have up a couple of moments ago. So weird because even like a, what is that, 5-10 mile difference, can't actually measure it. Not with that we can't. So yeah, 5 to 10 mile difference. You can see back down near the Chick-fil-A, on the 725 Atlanta Highway. Snow there, 40 mile an hour wind gust. But just if we go up to this one, the Dawson Middle School, like what I'm trying to say is you don't have to be, you could be in Atlanta right now not seeing any snow, then you could be back up near Roswell getting blizzard-like conditions, then you could be up near Gainesville getting heavy snow but not that high winds. This one over the golf course looks to be getting even worse right now. So that's looking directly so. Still annoying me, I can't find this. The camera that we got on. So yeah, sort of in East Atlanta right now. No snow. So as you can see there on the radar, the snow actually not looking like it's going to be pushing directly into Atlanta, but moving more eastwards, places like Gainesville, Jefferson. So maybe Atlanta might not get snow. Right now, obviously later in the day, I think we probably will be doing. That's the golf course. Oh, this was it. I think this was the one. It looks windier than 5 mile an hour wind gusts out there at the moment. Why is that on the screen? Why was that on the screen? Oh yeah, the electric field one. So there guys, just give me a second. Okay. Let's go more northeast to Johnson City. Oh, this one's just the weather data. It doesn't actually have a camera on it though. Once again, places like Pikeville, still probably seeing some light snow, but as these bands start to move more northeastwards down into the main region, Greenwood, Columbia, Charlotte, less snow for them. Back up in Knoxville. It doesn't seem to be snowing right now, but you see a bit of snow on the floor. Back over near Oak Bridge. Not really that good of a view, but nothing going on over there right now. Just southwest of Oak Ridge in Rowan County. It's very colourful, got some green lights, some orange lights, some blue lights. Looking relatively calm out there, but very cold, 16 degrees. So the heavy snow right now for me would be over Morgantown and in Rutherfordton. Sorry. Let's get this out, guys. Okay. Let me move the mic a bit closer to me. Let's check back in. North of Atlanta, Pickens County Courthouse. Light snow out there right now. Any snow for thinking at the moment? No, it doesn't seem to. Oh yeah, sorry. I think if we go back to the MRMS, so we are going to have two sort of bands out there at the moment. This one located from Pikeville, Atlanta, down into Greensboro, and that will be moving northeast or southeast. Sorry, not northeast, southeast. And we also do have this band that will be starting to stretch out from Jacksonville, Wellington, and Greenville up into Virginia Beach. Don't have any cameras over there though at the moment. Portions like Columbia just starting to see some snow. Places like Charlotte, maybe some heavy snow coming in the next sort of hour. Go check back up on this band. Once again, we got snow moving through Dickinson, Manning, Medora, Bison, moving directly east. And once you guys have seen the snow, you will get a bit of freezing rain behind it. The stronger segment of this storm does look to be, or the freezing rain aspect, just seems to be in Canada right now, back over in Regina. Chicago, maybe some winter weather for the next sort of 12 hours right now. See some light snow for the east portions of Chicago and southwest. Southeast. Sorry. Check back in with Knoxville. It's the same camera that we keep on pulling up. Just east of Ball Ground and Nelson at the moment. Cherokee Fire Station at number 15. Some nice graceful snow there. Not looking that windy. 9 mile an hour. Very light snow in Alpharetta. So yeah, if you're back in Atlanta, This sort of band is going to be moving down near Athens, Washington, Thompson, Waynesboro, Augusta. So I feel like your best chance of snow is going to be this one back near Chattanooga, Somerville, moving down there. So if you're in Atlanta, let's have a look how much snow. Let's take this through. So yeah, Atlanta's sort of in like the cusp or the boundary of the snow, more northeast portions. Lawrenceville, Gainesville could be seeing a couple inches, yeah. Back up near the Chick-fil-A, Gainesville, Coal Mountain, Cumming, Sugar Hill, couple inches possible. If you back up near Chattanooga, might be an inch of accumulation. Once again, the main sort of risk is going to be back up near Johnson City, Seville, Asheville. Now these are over the higher elevations back near Gatlinburg. Don't know if I got the Ville from. Lowell Top and in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Could see 23 inches. I think that is a bit high on the peaks. And then once again back over in Charlotte, Greenwood, Columbia, Camden, Sumter. Them sort of darker purples. 10 inches. So the actual trend has sort of gone down a bit. We were last night, whenever we went live for a short period of time, we saw places like Columbia, Greenwood, Augusta, Sumter looking like 13 to 14 inches. But right now we can see that risk has gone a bit more up. North near Charlotte, North Carolina, they're seeing just less than a foot of snow. Obviously still impactful, but very more impactful areas would be on the very immediate coastline down in North Myrtle Beach, Wellington, Kill, Devil, Hills. Back over near Beaufort, I could see just over an inch of snow. Yeah, so the best locations for snow at the moment are going to be accumulations out of the system back just south of Knoxville, north of Sylvia, on the Great Smoky Mount National Park, over near Charlotte, and the immediate coastline. Now this is a bit more of a up in the air threat, where we could say once again that 14-15 inches, or we could say 9 to 10. Just goes to show, if you're in Jacksonville, which is only 10 miles inland, you could be seeing 8 inches rather than upwards to 12, 15, possibly even 16 over near Beaufort. I will read out the warning for Beaufort at the moment. Not the velocity. So it does seem to be snowing right now in Beaufort. Heavy snow expected with blizzard conditions possible. Total snow accumulations between 11 with locally higher amounts. Possible wind gusting as high as 65 miles per hour. So this is sort of the main region once again. But this is going to be the more blizzard conditions. Probably see a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust back over near Beaufort, back down in Wellington. 5 to 8 inches localised, about 10 inches. Travel will be very difficult. So guys, someday if you don't need to be travelling, if this is like Beaufort, Havelock, Jacksonville, I'd advise you not to. Obviously I can't say for you to, you have to stay in, it's just unless you feel the need. So yeah, these sort of looking like the most intense parts, blizzard conditions possible. Check back in with some of these cameras just south of Clayton. Check in with the golf course, is that one? Dawson High School. Don't know what that is on the bottom of the camera. So is this the golf course? Nope. This is one that we looking like the snow's definitely picked up over the last 10 minutes. Not looking like blizzard conditions, but looking like more snow falling. So guys, just give me a second. Okie dokie, got it. This one down here, the electric field one, definitely looking to be picking up in intensity. Bit more north, just north of Nelson. Oh no, let's go back to Jasper, sorry. Sorry. Light snow. Oh, sorry about that. In Jasper. North east of Jasper. Over in Pickensons County. Some more heavy snow. This one back near the Chick-fil-A. Forsyth County School District. Light to moderate snow at the moment. The Chestgate Golf neighbourhood. Light snow there. Just northeast of Atlanta and near Roswell. Very little snow, very light snow. Looking like some big clumps, maybe not like major clumps, but maybe some bigger ones. Dawson Middle School, light snow. Let's see, do we have a mesoscale discussion yet? So as you see, winter weather. So is it a bit weird that I don't even know where it is. I don't know how that works, but there we go. Okay, so this is how severe the snow impacts are going to be in the red. So Columbia, Charlotte, Jacksonville, Wellington, moderate impacts, but over back near Beaufort, high impacts. So that means sort of like schools closing, blizzard conditions, road closures, things like that. Even if you're on the oranges or yellows, so just northeast of Atlanta, Greensboro, Richmond, Virginia Beach, still going to be seeing some impactful snow, just not as impactful as down Beaufort and obviously in that red area, Charlotte, Columbia. What was I looking for? Our mesoscale discussions. Don't have one at the moment, but we are sort of, or I am sort of guessing that there will be one for Jacksonville, Wellington, and possibly one over near Charlotte, Columbia, Asheville, places like that. You can see there the extreme impacts that are over near Beaufort. Extremely dangerous or impossible driving conditions. Travel is not advised. That's what I was saying. Wasn't advised travelling. Extensive and widespread closures and disruptions to infrastructure may occur. Life-saving actions may be needed. If you're on the major impacts, which is Charlotte, Columbia, Athens, Greensville, Jacksonville, North Myrtle Beach, expect considerable disruptions to daily life. Dangerous or impossible driving conditions once again. Avoid travel if possible. Widespread closures and disruptions to infrastructure may occur. The moderate impacts, which are Morgantown, Asheville, this probably won't happen, but one northeast Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta will get much snow impacts. Expect disruptions to daily life, hazardous driving conditions. Now, it doesn't say we advise you not to drive, it just says use extra caution while driving. And the yellows, so near Bristol, Knoxville, Chattanooga, just south of Richmond, expect a few inconveniences to daily life. Winter driving conditions, use caution while driving. And then this sort of blows back up near Pikeville, Glaston, Lagrange, northeast of Chattanooga, or northwest, sorry. Winter driving conditions. Drive carefully. So obviously these sort of the reds and the oranges, also the reds and the purples, are what's going to be the more extreme impacts where they do advise you not to drive. If you're back over in the orange, travel with extreme caution. If you do have to go out, then do go out. But if you do have an option of going out or not, it's better to just stay in. And the yellows, a few inconveniences to daily life, and it just says we still don't advise you to go out, but if you do, just use caution. And the blues, obviously, just drive carefully. Just looking to turn that off. So once again, the temperature anomalies very above average for the west, but very severe cold to the east. So back just north of Charlotte, Morgantown, we do have that band of heavier snow moving into Charlotte. Back on near Clayton, in the Rayburn County High School, moderate snow falling right now, light to moderate. The Silver City one, light to moderate snow. Back over in Charlotte, the football club, no snow at the moment, but once again, we do have that band near Morgantown and Greensville that will be moving into Charlotte. Just east of Nelson, the Crystal Falls Golf Course. We wouldn't advise you to have a round. Maybe wait till Monday if you want to have a round. Yeah, Is that just snow over near Birmingham right now? So a lot. Not much snow there. Just northeast of Atlanta, the Chase D Golf neighbourhood, looking the same with light to moderate snow at the Chick-fil-A on 725 Atlanta Highway. More moderate snow there actually. I do want to point out the most major impacts once again are going to be over the east coast near Jacksonville, Wellington, Beaufort, which is down there, where we could see 17-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We do just echo the warning once again. Heavy snow expected, with blizzard conditions possible. Total snow accumulations between 8 and 11 inches, with locally higher amounts possible. Winds gusting as high as 65. Now, there is still a chance, it's obviously a very low chance. We do just see a little blizzard warning down near there. So these bands of snow, or band of snow, from like Suffolk and to North Myrtle Beach will be moving into places like Jacksonville, Wellington, and Beaufort. So take a second to look at Knoxville at the UT, or UT, Knoxville, Tennessee. Windy conditions, 12 mile an hour. Dawsonville at the moment, the City Hall. Once again, that is nice to watch. More light snow at the moment. What's that about this car? Check what that says. Okay, it's fine. 30 degrees in Dawsonville at the moment. We'll check back up in that band that is moving in the north of the country. So right here. Once again, places that we mentioned before. Dickinson, Manning, Bison will be swapping from light snow to more freezing rain. So Medora, Williston in Sydney looking like they've already got some freezing rain moving through. Back up near Rayburn County High School. Light snow there at the moment. So yeah, the heaviest band right now that I can see on radar near Morganton, Greenville, and that'll be moving into Charlotte, North Carolina. The data from Pinnacle Tower Irwin, 9 degrees over there. So that is why we do have widespread from back over in Oklahoma City and up to New York City. We do have them cold warnings, and then in that sort of region we do have the extreme cold warnings for North Florida, New Orleans, and where the snowstorm will be hitting. In Rowan County at the moment, not much going on. just north of the Chick-fil-A, which is the high school. Yeah, the Forsyth County School District, more moderate snowfalling at the moment. Charlotte, once again, we will start to see some more heavier snow pick up. Actually isn't snowing right now. It's just becoming daytime with the sun coming up. But that band of snow will be moving through. Sorry, one sec. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Let's look at the velocities. Velocities can sort of show wind gust. Maybe a bit more windy conditions moving into Charlotte. There's a high res. Look like a. I don't know how it is. Okay. The fastest winds there will be in Beaufort this later today and evening. This one over in Pickens County, light to moderate snow. The Chick-fil-A on the 725 Atlanta Highway, so northeastwards out of Atlanta, light snow. We were seeing more heavy snow 20 minutes ago. That was probably this bit here. It's probably moved down like that, down into Jones Creek. Just northeast of Roswell. Very light snow falling there. We will start to see some better shots of Charlotte as this band does start to move through. Back up in Knoxville. I think you guys' snow will probably continue for the next sort of 2 hours. Very light snow, if snow, and then that will sort of move down southeast. So yeah, not probably like an inch of accumulation sort of max in Knoxville. Christopher's Golf Course, once again, don't want to be playing golf in that. Is that the golf course? No, that's Cherokee Fire Station 15. More moderate snow falling in Cumming, Georgia. Just, literally just east, or northeast of Atlanta. Chick-fil-A might have something. They do good food, but do they give us good winter storm views? That's like the worst thing that I've ever said. No, not really. Some light snow. It's moderate. We'll just go over the snow totals once again. So as we can see, places like Asheville, Charlotte, Columbia looking widespread 7 to 12. One button, 7 to 12 inches. The more bluey colours 5 to 7. Sorry, the pinks 10 And once again, over the higher elevations near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, we could see 12, 13. If we actually get a reading from there, on, is it called Lorwell Pike? Lorwell Top, just northeast of Mount LeConte, could see 20 inches. Sorry, let me do something. Oh, I got a bit of a wee cold. Yeah, so just southwest of southwest, no, southeast. Why am I struggling with my directions today so much? Of Gatlinburg. But yeah, no, something that's very interesting that we do keep on going on about. Yesterday's stream we saw more sort of a foot of accumulation near Greenswood, Columbia. Now we're only seeing like 5 to 7, and Charlotte seems to be getting the most action. So the actual snow threat has moved up north a little bit. So this sort of gives, I did say there is a very, very small possibility that portions of very northern Florida might have got a bit of snow. I don't feel like that's going to be a possibility at the moment. Back near Beaufort, these are going to be some of the most impacted locations from the storm. Beaufort, Havelock, the Greens are about a foot of snow. Over near Harkersland, just north of Harkersland, Davis, Wilmston, Simra, Gloucester, could see up to 19 inches. That is on the high side there. I could probably say 13 to 15 as a max. So yeah, once again, snow from south of Pikeville into northeast Atlanta, Virginia Beach, Williamston, and back over to Pikeville. It's gonna have like this little dip around Raleigh, Richmond, Greensville. We actually won't see snow, or if it does, it won't stick to do accumulations. So we do have. I will play you the. So once again, we do have that area of light to moderate snow over just north or west of Asheville at the moment as we move through into tomorrow. We do see quite a large area of light, moderate, possibly even heavy snow back from Atlanta up north to Pikeville and Charlotte, Columbia, Asheville. What we do see, we just see snow for this area for like 12 hours. If we move this through, there's going to be so much snow that's going to be falling. Even if I pull this through to when's this? Tomorrow, we are still seeing snow. So we're seeing upwards to about 24 hours with constant snow near Jacksonville, North Myrtle Beach, and Beaufort. Now, as I do want to mention, we could see some water spouts possibly forming over east of Beaufort and Jacksonville. Just something that might have been interesting. Probably won't affect anyone. But yeah, just a large area of snow that's going to be moving southeast, and then that bit near Beaufort and Myrtle Beach. Is Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, sorry. Back near the Chestate Golf neighbourhood. Maybe a bit more impacts at the moment. Also more heavy snow than we have been seeing. Back up near Clayton, meant to be getting moderate snow. Close that. Light to moderate once again, near just south of Clayton in the Chick-fil-A. Light to moderate snow there. We've not really seen any really heavy snow. We did see one camera. I'm struggling to find that one. That was like, it had like buildings over here that just had loads of like really windy snow. Well, not windy snow. Snow can't be windy. But lots of snow with, it said 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I'm struggling to find. I feel like I've pressed every single one, unless it's out of the actual zone that we're seeing snow right now. Cherokee EMA, no. Maybe one up in Jasper. If you're in Jasper, the snow will start to will leave you. The snow will start to stop in the next sort of 20 minutes. Nelson and Ballground, Canton all getting their very last bits of snow for at least the next sort of 2 hours. But we will see this band if it continues to produce that sort of snow, some light snow moving in. But once again, heaviest band, and this is by far the heaviest band, from Morganton to Greenville, moving into Charlotte and more southwest, so in Columbia, Greenwood, Sumter. Over the next couple of hours, we'll be bringing, at least it looks like on radar, some heaviest snow. 20 decibels of snow. Just north of Cumming at the moment, near Forsyth County School District, light snow. Crystal Falls Golf Course, I do keep on saying this. If you do want to play golf, I would wait a little bit to go play golf. It's getting lighter here. I don't know what time the sun actually rises. Don't think it's sign here, no. Northeast of Roswell, once again. Light snow, if any, at the moment. Back up near Knoxville, we're going to do our little update. Doesn't look like the snow's got a touch heavier over the last sort of 10 minutes. Maybe not, okay. Maybe that's just my imagination. Doesn't look like snow's going to be falling. So yeah. Don't just use the radar. You've also got to look UT Oak Ridge IPS. Don't know what that means, but they're not getting snow. Kingston. That's a bit of a weird temperature graph. It's going up, down, up, down. No snow there at the moment. Let's go over to Knoxville. Oh, sorry, just on Knoxville. Chattanooga. Light snow there. Just southwest of Lynchburg. Probably not going to get snow, no. Do have some clouds moving through there. Charlotte, going to be seeing some heavy snow once again over the next sort of 30 minutes to an hour. Not getting any snow though at the moment. Sun just rising at the moment, so the sort of next half an hour the snow won't have risen. The sun will have rose for most areas. Chicago seeing a bit of snow at the moment, mostly east. Don't think this camera would have anything. No. Blue light. In Knoxville, actually just check this one. Some windier conditions, 12 miles an hour. Moment. Chick-fil-A once again. I've actually seen, this is sort of like been the most consistent spot the year, Chick-fil-A, 725 Atlanta Highway. We've had consistent light to moderate snowfall for the hour that we've been live, really. Birmingham, maybe some light snow moving into LaGrange, Columbus. Back up near Clayton, it does look like heavy snow on radar. Actually looks like there's no snow falling, so once again. Got not bad accumulations, you can see the entire pitch is looking white, maybe an inch or two. Also, this is one that's been quite consistent. That's literally what it's been looking like for the last hour. Oh, sorry guys. Okie dokie. Just east of Nelson at the moment, in the Crystal Falls Golf Course. Got some lovely trees out there. Once again, do not play golf today. Dawsonville. Let's look at this one just north of Hubbardsville. Oh, that's the exact same one. Let's go to Dawsonville then. Dawsonville City Hall. This has also been a consistent one with sort of like light to moderate snow. Not much wind out there, but 5 mile an hour, so not as bad as what's that there? Not as bad as some other places that we've been covering today. This little pocket of more heavy snow will be moving more eastward. So if you are in the Chick-fil-A, just south of Cumming, that's the snow will probably begin to quieten down. And as I do keep on saying, there is that band of snow that will be moving at southeast. And the snow has stopped. Well, small amounts of snow, very light snow at the moment. And we do have this major snowstorm, but we also do have very cold temperatures in the lighter blue shaded areas. That is a cold weather advisory. In the blues, you see in Florida, New Orleans, up to about Washington, they are the extreme cold watches. Warning, sorry. For the wind advisory, northeasterly winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, good gusts at 45 miles an hour expected for the freeze warning, sub-freezing temperatures as low as 20 expected for the extreme cold warnings, dangerously cold wind chills as low as 8 above expected. Now, the reasons why these ones are called extreme cold warnings, but it's colder up near New York and places like Chicago, why are they not in the extreme cold watches? And because they are better adapted to the cold. So places like Florida, obviously they're not used to very cold temperatures, so they're in the extreme cold watches. So that was just above 8 degrees. But as you can see, as you go more north, as this, near Columbus, it says wind chills as low as 20 below zero, so negative 20 degrees. Okay, but the extreme ones say negative 8. So once again, it is because the places like Florida and New Orleans are less adapted to the cold. We will get a brief update on this band. Places like Manning, Dickinson, Bison are going to be starting to transition into freezing rain. We don't have any cameras up here at the moment though. I said that like we were just gonna get a camera and it would be perfectly on the system, but that won't happen. We won't have a camera on that one. We're gonna look at the temperatures. Oh, Vince Walty has literally just popped up on the map. He is up near Kill Devil Hills. Looks to be struggling with the connection, the video connection. We will literally just talk about the cold and then we'll just go back to him. Temperature 2 AM, 2 MAGL temperature. So the northeast of the country once again looking significantly cold. For anywhere to 6. Minneapolis, Bismarck, CX Falls, possibly seeing the coldest temperatures at -5 to -10. Over near Cleveland and Pittsburgh, we will see this pocket of sort of -5. Chicago looking more like the low 10s. Do you call it the low 10s? Like 12? The low teens? Over in northeast, like near New York, places like that, New England, -8 on the peaks. And then over down here where the current winter storm is hitting 30 degrees. If we move this through a bit later, we do start to see that cold dipping, but once again, what I was talking about earlier is we will see a lot more colder temperatures in the north and less in the south, and that is why once again, what I was just talking about, the difference between why does Florida, who is having hotter temperatures, get or warmer temperatures, should I say? Why are they in the extreme cold watch, but why the northern places? Why are they only in the cold temperature advisories? And that is just because Florida is less suited to the colder temperature. We'll see whether Pennsylvania's on. I think whenever it's orange, it means that they're not live, but as you can see, the ones with the green circles on them, they are going to be a live camera. So this one right here, obviously, is going to be a live camera. Near Rayburn County High School. Light snow, very light. But this one back up in Johnson City, I don't think will have live coverage. No, it's only the data. So once we see Vince Valti get that green circle around him, he will be able to put him on. But he is going to be chasing the more blizzard conditions on the east coast near Jacksonville, Virginia Beach. He's currently in Kill Devil Hills. We look back at Charlotte. We do have that band of heavy snow moving through half an hour to an hour's time. Let's check back in with Chattanooga as well. Sorry, I just blacked my nose. No snow falling right now. Let's see what's going on at Chick-fil-A. I do think that the snowy conditions, will start to quieting down. We did have, just 10 minutes ago, we did have um, major um, um, not major but moderate snow falling. So obviously that was this little pocket. So places like Lawrenceville, Mulberry, obviously a bit further away, Athens, Winterville, we'll start to see that sort of pocket of heavier snow moving through. Just north at the high school, I think it is the Forsyth, yep, the Forsyth County School District. Um, just got that dusting of snow and doesn't seem to have stuck, sorry. So yeah, once again, that heavier snow just west of Charlotte, Greensville, and that will be moving southeast into Columbia, Greenswood, Charlotte over the next sort of half an hour to an hour, potentially longer than that as well. Back over in Jasper, Nelson, Dawsonville, seeing the last sort of 20 minutes of your snow for the next sort of 2 hours. Then we could see this band over in Chattanooga, moving southeast with Stewart, places like Dawsonville. Let's have a look at this camera. Showing that there's not really snow falling right now. But I do sort of anticipate maybe some light snow as this sort of more moderate snow starts moving in. Once again, I will echo the that this sort of area will see snow threat up to maybe 10 inches of snow. But one of our more significant areas is going to be back near Jacksonville, Wellington, Kill Devil Hills, Beaufort, where we could see upwards to 15 inches in isolated spots and 65 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts, bringing blizzard conditions. Vince is still not alive at the moment. So back up near Clayton. In Rayburn County High School, it literally did just stop. Sort of 10 to 5 minutes ago, it has started to snow again. We do once again see that football pitch in the background as well. Back over in Chick-fil-A. The snow has definitely calmed down. So I was just checking what Vince Wallet is doing on YouTube to see whether he's live on YouTube. Said he's coming live. It was scheduled for around 2 o'clock, so that's sort of in the next. Well, it's literally 6 hours and 30 minutes away, and we will see. So this sort of area, the impacts are starting from now for the next 12 to 20 hours. But for this area, we will see the more impactful snow and blizzard conditions to be later into Sunday. Not later into Sunday, later today and into early Sunday. Now, I did just want to say we could see a isolated power outage near Beaufort. Did it start on this? So we'll just read this. Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulation between 9 and 12 inches. Locally high amounts. Wind gusting as high as 45. when until tomorrow at 4 p.m. So this is one that I was talking about more. Beaufort, northeast Beaufort, possible heavy snow expected with blizzard conditions possible, total snow accumulations between 8 and 11 inches, locally higher amounts possible, and this saying winds gusting as high as 65 instead of the 45 that was this one. So just northeast of Beaufort we are going to see more sort of blizzard conditions. So we do see Vince Balti is in Kill Devil Hills. Let's see what this says. Accumulations between 8 and 12. So this actually is saying that the possible accumulations is higher than down in Beaufort, which said 8 till 11. Obviously 1 inch more, but it still more. 8 and 12 inches with locally higher amounts. Winds gusting as high as 60. So with blizzard conditions possible. That is until 4 p.m. on Sunday. We are going to start to lose most of these cameras having interesting coverage. Places like Clayton, like to moderate snow. Now I do just want to reiterate that this area will see 12 to or 8 to 12 inches of snow back near Charlotte, Columbia, and places like this might see more blizzard conditions. We did just get new warnings, I think, winter weather advisories there as well. Okay, thank you so much for tuning into this live weather forecast. I'll see you